Oh, I think my mic was muted, but hi, welcome to the first episode of the Yearners Club, a podcast where it's okay to still be obsessed with Heated Rivalry. I have no idea why I thought I wasn't still obsessed with this show. Shout out to my girl Marlon. If you're watching this, you have kept my Heated Rivalry psychosis going with all of those TikToks that you've been sending me, all of the edits. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be talking about the show again because if there's one thing for certain, hi everyone in the chat, hello, historic moment. Thank you for watching. I'm super excited too, CC. Hello. I'm so excited to be talking about this with you guys because, hello, we've all been obsessed since December. And now that it's March, I thought if people are still obsessed, let's just go ahead and talk about it again. Yes, Adrian, the GLAAD Awards, I'm so happy for them. They deserve all of the awards, all of the acting awards, all the directing awards. Give costuming something, give music something. The amount of good original songs they had in that. It's You during their first time scene. Y'all know that they deserve all of the awards. So I'm so happy that they won the GLAAD Awards. I have my brother waiting in the wings, fresh from HBO Max. He just got done watching episode 1 and 2. So if we can please keep the spoilers not existent in the chat, I want to make sure that he is able to experience the show. And so there won't be any spoilers and everything. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Y'all are saying, I'm so happy that they won. Aria talked about Ilya's Vegas point of view. Yes, but also I didn't read Ilya's Vegas point of view. And my brother Nico, he has no idea what that is. So we can definitely get into it, but I won't really know about it. I've been bumping the soundtrack. Yes, Adrian. Hey, Winchester, my girl. How are you? Don't worry about being late. Let's see what else. Finally watched the show like 2 weeks ago and have nobody to talk about it with. That's what I'm saying. This show is so good, and I feel like we all deserve to have a community to talk about it with each other. Because if we're all still obsessed, why not just chat about it, you know? Shout out to Peter, my man. Shout out to Peter. I think Harrison, when we get to episode 4, y'all know the song I'm talking about, but I don't want to spoil that for my brother. Since I've been talking him up, let me go ahead and get him on the stage. Nico, I think you can hear me. Here we go. This is my brother. Let me unmute his mic. Hi, Nico.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Everyone say hi. You can see the comments, right?
Oh, I've been looking at them.
Someone said...
Because I pulled it up on my phone, too. I'm not going to lie to you.
That they just started one of the books, The Long Game. Everyone's saying that I need to read the books, and maybe I finally will, because there's so many point of views that I need to know. Like we were talking beforehand, even though I didn't want to get too deep into it, like all of the missing details in the show. But first of all, Nico, what did you think Heated Rivalry was? And as you watched it, how did you like it?
What did I... Nah, don't worry about how you spelled it. It's your first time seeing me. It's all good. But I don't know. It's like I heard it was what's it called, like a sports. It was based off of like hockey or whatever. So like a sports show. You know what I mean? So that's what I went into it. I didn't know
it was.
And then at the same point, since it's a Canadian production, now it just feels like sports Degrassi, if you know what I mean. That's exactly what it feels like. So I can't be mad at it.
And then after watching, what'd you think? So much a sports show.
Yeah, because it was like, heated rivalry, you know? Yeah, it's heated, all right. I just didn't know what
that part meant.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like everyone feels that way after watching it because you see the heated part a lot, but I don't know if you see the rivalry part a lot. Did you pick up on the rivalry, or was that also something that maybe you left confused?
Because it's like the rivalry so far, it doesn't even feel like a rivalry between the two of them because they're like flirting 24/7. It's like a rivalry almost with like the expectations that everybody has with them, especially Ilya's dad, if you know what I mean.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
'Cause
cool.
when I first watched it, I was like, I don't really
Exactly.
see the rivalry between oh, you read the,
Yeah.
um, the comment from Barbecue Penguin Wings. We
Literally
see you.
a sports show. Cut this cane getting real. Literally.
But what was I saying? Oh, the rivalry. Like way more. If you are into sports, I guess you got that aspect of it. But me, I'm not really into sports. And my only reference of maybe a rivalry in modern times is basketball, which
Mm-hmm.
is Michael Jackson. I mean, Michael Jordan.
That's what's only Jackson.
Michael Jordan, and was it Larry Bird?
Uh,
Is that who his
eh,
rival partner was?
I don't even know who Michael Jordan was. Because if you say Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, yeah.
Oh,
That's
that
like
was Larry Bird.
who would
Who's
I don't even know who Michael Jordan would be beefing with.
okay, shows how much I actually know about
Yeah,
sports,
it's
right?
fine.
But in modern times, I could say Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Like that's
Yeah.
a rivalry that the media tries to portray, not so much the women do. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's the same with Shane and Ilya, whereas they seem pretty cool with each other and there's more love than hate there.
Yeah.
And so when I was trying to figure out where the rivalry was, I was like, I think it's more with the media and them trying to drum up publicity rather than the two of them. Let's see what
Mm-hmm.
Winchester said. I think the rivalry comes into play when it comes to Shane and Ilya personally, rather than actual game rivals. Like the competitiveness between them, how everything is kind of like always a competition and they push each other more. Barbecue Penguin said, was born from others pitting them against each other. To me, Shane admired him and they drove each other to be better in a way, and they're making each other better. Let's see. Someone else said, more weirdness said, I honestly think the rivalry only existed for like 2 seconds, probably because the Canadian and Russian final, and then Shane getting this second in the draft, but it was wraps after that. Yeah, I think that the
Yeah.
media kept it up and everyone around them kept it up more than what they did. Because even his
Mm-hmm.
mom saying, "Oh, we hate Ilya," or
Exactly.
Hayden saying, "You hate him, right?" And Shane wasn't even paying attention. He's like, "What the hell are you saying?" Like, I don't. I'm watching my man live his dream, and like I'm sat here and we haven't even talked in 6 months. Like I'm over here stressing out, and Hayden's
Yeah.
over there saying, "Oh, you hate him, right?" And he's just like, "Yeah, okay." They just go along with it, and I don't see it much between them. Do you
Yeah, because it's
agree?
like the rivalry to me that ended the moment they were in the gym, in the hotel gym, after they
Mm-hmm.
started passing the water bottle around, slightly touching hands. It was like, oh, it was raps.
That
Like
moment right there.
there was no rivalry. It was just straight flirting.
After
Nah, the camera
Ilya,
shots right there though was. I was
crazy.
like, oh, okay, so that's what they looking at.
hmm When Ilya, I don't know if you saw it when you're watching, but Ilya handed him the drink, right? And he whispered
They,
more. I was
exactly.
like,
I was like more,
and you
cause
listened?
I had the closed captioning on. I was like more.
Uh-huh.
What we
So,
doing? And then that's when the first camera pan happened. When Ilya, I guess no, it was Shane looking at Ilya, and I was like, oh, okay,
because that
gotcha.
was Shane's first moment of being attracted to Ilya. Because up until that point, Shane didn't really look at men that way. And I don't know if he figured it out since well, just by the way, everyone, I haven't seen Nico's reaction to know what he said, so I'm kind of learning your thoughts as everybody
Mm-hmm.
else. And I'll post his on Patreon after this and maybe tomorrow. But when oh yeah, so that was Shane's first experience with a guy and learning that he has attraction towards men. But
Yep.
Ilya, he already knew. And even with Svetlana, he's clearly bisexual. So it's like Ilya has always been in touch with his sexual side. Shane, this is his first experience, and we're watching him watch that. What? More weirdnesses that sweating neck got him. Wait, what are y'all? Y'all
No,
are cutting up in these
they was
comments.
working up a sweat, and then that's when emotions got. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, nah,
Uh,
I need to figure out more like the characters' names besides Shane and Ilya, because the only other name I can remember is Sasha, because I feel like Sasha's name was said multiple times in that scene that he was in. But
mm-hmm.
I literally don't know anybody else's name right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's okay. If you need help, just describe them a little bit.
Mhm.
But mainly, wait, let's start from the beginning. So, episode 1, we first start with Ilya clicking on that lighter. He's trying to get the lighter to go, right?
Yeah.
And then Shane comes over, just
most
introduces
awkward,
himself
most awkward introduction of all time.
out of the blue. Just like, "Hey man, how are you doing?" And Ilya's just like, "Okay." They both clearly know of each other, but
Mhm.
what I always wonder is like how much they know, because it seems like there's some type of curiosity there. And I don't know if they've been stalking each other since the beginning, because it gets more like apparent in the next episodes. I won't say too much about that, but you saw it when Ilya was always watching him on TV
Yeah.
or Shane was watching him on YouTube. So it's like that first moment, I wonder, like, I just wonder why Shane went over there and said hello. Because to me, it started right then and there, like the attraction, even if maybe Shane didn't know it yet. But
Because it's like kind of at that point, the way when Ilya was looking at him when he was walking away, it kind of did give a hint to like, he was like, huh.
yeah.
Even though it's like, I don't really want to talk to you right now. I'm just trying to smoke this cigarette. But
hmm From Ilya's point of view, it's like, oh, I might. Shane's point of view was like, do you want to be his friend? And
well,
then you click to them watching each other while they're on the ice at the
mm-hmm.
prospects. And I always wonder why why are they watching each other? Is it
Because it's like you,
because
it's your competition. So it's like they're just watching the other person trying to, I don't know. If that's somebody who you've been compared to, you know what I mean? They're trying to
mm,
like see how you play. So then hopefully that can help you out later on. But
mhm.
I guess that's what it was.
See, I'm
And
not
it was
into
probably more for their
sports.
parents too, because both of their parent, but his mom, Shane's mom was there, and
Yeah.
Ilya's dad was there, so it was probably more like my parent wants me to be here, so I'm gonna be here watching this.
And
Probably.
especially Ilya's dad, he drives that narrative that they're rivalries, because
Mm-hmm.
whenever they're on the phone, he always brings up Shane. And it's like, why are you so concerned with Shane? I know that they're both in the same draft and everything, but his dad is too concerned about Shane.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What were some like standout moments to you while you were watching either episode
Mm,
1, both episodes, or
uh, let me think, cause uh, cause like one of the like standout things for it was when Shane won the rookie thing, right?
mhm,
He won rookie of the year, and
mhm.
then a couple seasons later, after the Olympics where Russia loses, Ilya ends up winning the World Cup.
Mhm. The
Yeah,
cup for hockey.
yeah. I think it
Mhm.
is called the World. Is it
Well,
called the World Cup?
it's
It's
their
something.
version of the Stanley Cup, because they
Yeah, the
can't,
Stanley. Okay,
put it in
that's
the
what it
show
is.
for
I
branding.
was like, I was like, I can't remember the name of it for hockey because I don't really know hockey like that. But it
Mhm.
was like, yeah, it was more like, okay, so one person has their high, and then the next person has their high.
Mhm.
So it's like they're kind of almost even
They
in
kept
accolades, if you
trading.
really exactly.
Yeah, I
And
like that part.
then and then also, I don't know. It was funny because when he did win the rookie thing, and then he went outside, and he saw Shane
Mhm.
out there, and Shane was like, "Yeah, I gotta go home." I was like, "You
Oh,
ain't gonna ask
Ilya.
him?" Well, oh yeah,
Ilya had to
yeah.
go home. Shane
Ilya
was
had
the
to
one who
go.
went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't. I probably said it backwards. So I said Shane twice.
Yeah.
I don't really remember. But I was like, "You ain't gonna ask Ilya like, is everything all right at home? Like,
Mhm.
both of y'all just horned out to where y'all don't really think about what's going on in each other's personal life." But
For that reason, I think they showed us a lot of his parents. His mom's name is Yuna. His dad's
mm,
name, I don't remember, because that man barely talks. Wait. Do you recognize the dad from a movie? And do you know which movie I'm talking about? Because I don't know if I was the only one obsessed with the movie or if anyone else watched it too.
I couldn't really tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you. What was
Okay,
he
do you
from?
remember a slasher movie called The Stepfather?
I think I might have watched that. Like,
And I don't know, we always reference it by saying, who am I again? Because the dad, he goes to different families integrates himself, and then he ends up killing the family, and he
Oh,
forgets who he is at the moment. Oh, the dad's name is
oh,
David.
okay, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, the way I do not remember.
Okay, because I instantly remember him, so I was wondering if you remember him. But what were we talking about?
Uh, oh, we
Oh,
were
we're
talking about
talking
something.
about Shane and Ilya and why Shane didn't ask Ilya about his family and like going back to Russia and everything. It's because with him and his mom, they're obviously very close and they have a tight knit family because it's only the three of them. So
Mm-hmm.
they have that rapport. Whereas we see the contrast with Ilya and his dad is obviously just verbally abusive. So for Shane, coming from a pretty good household and loving parents, he would never question why Ilya going back home would be such a big deal. And like, okay, you're going back home. I'd love to go back home right now and stuff like that. So I think that's the reason why Shane never asked about his home life until um what's his name? Carter brings it up when they're in Russia. And he's like, oh, it's brave for your buddy who's presumably gay to
Yeah,
even
bro.
do figure skating.
Even with
What?
that, I'm like, why would that be a indication of being gay? But then I was like, time period wise, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're like Carter. You can't be doing that, but time period wise, it would make sense.
Yeah, just like
But
Alexei when he was on the phone talking to Ilya. I
oh,
was
and
like,
he used a slur. Hmm.
oh man,
I was like, oh, casual, just casual with it. This is what we're doing. Oh,
ah,
right. So
ah.
no wonder why these two are basically sneaking around because they just casually use slurs. Even JJ, the moment when they were watching Ilya win the cup, he said a couple like that phrase. I'm like, oh, just casual with it. So this is also the reason why that they're closeted, and it's understandable
Mm-hmm.
why they don't want to openly be who they are because time period wise and that locker room talk that be getting people in trouble just like we saw just recently at this winter Olympics, the controversy, rightful controversy surrounding that there's just so much peer pressure to go along with any type of negative emotions towards anybody. And Shane and Ilya kind of just have to go along with that, even if they do or don't believe it. But that's the environment that they're in. So I like that we were able to see what kind of stopped them from being their open self. But that
Mm-hmm.
was my long-winded explanation of why Shane never thinks to ask Ilya, "Hey, what's going on?" until Carter points it out, because in his mind, that should never be a problem. Let's see what else happened in episode 1.
What besides sex?
What'd you think of it while you were watching?
Yeah,
Like, it is what it is, right?
it was one of those. Cause what? No, no, bro. When they what's it called? When they were in the was that in episode 1? When they were in the showers? Yeah, that was episode 1. When they were in the
Mm-hmm.
showers, they were both checking each other out, and then
Mm-hmm.
Ilya just started jerking off. I'm like, bro, is
Yeah.
this what we doing right now?
Well, it's because there was all that tension building up, and Ilya, he's obviously the more forward one. So he said, "It's just time to go. It's
The,
just time."
it was go time for him, and Shane was like, not here.
But the fact that he didn't say "not ever,"
Yeah.
Ilya had to pick that up. Let's see. Someone said Shane is on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, just in case you haven't picked that up. So he had a hard time reading social cues and emotions, which is also the reason why that man put on a three-piece suit when it was time for them to do something for the first time. And
Yeah.
I'm glad he realized, what am I doing? Sir, what are you doing?
Yeah, he was. It was just funny because he was like, "What am I doing?" And then he sat in the chair, started like moving his legs, trying to get into a position. But it's
Be
like
casual.
you,
Who's
you're
just
gonna
trying to.
open up the door for Ilya. He's not just gonna bust through the door. So like,
Mm-hmm.
but that was funny.
Wait, Adrian, you said Nico doesn't want to admit to seeing Ilya's peaches for the first time, but I get it. There's first time for everything. It was sitting.
Look, look, I'm just like I'm not trying to admit to seeing that what's it called, that text message. I was not expecting to see
Oh,
a dick pic. I'm not gonna lie
I
to
can't
you.
wait to see your reaction
I
to
was
it.
like, this what we do.
It was a jump scare for me, so it's okay. Oh, what else? Someone said,
Oh nah, he definitely wanted Shane to join in. I'm not gonna lie to you.
oh, the shower scene.
Mm-hmm. He definitely wanted him to join in on that one.
Well, if anything, even though Shane was trying to act like he wasn't looking, like he was playing coy, that man was looking. Ilya, he was just bold about it.
Yeah.
Shane, like, if they weren't in public, things might have ended a little bit differently, pretty much.
Like, but it was a surprise for all of us when we saw it.
Oh, the shower scene.
No,
Uh,
what's it called? The pic.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because when
Mm.
I reacted to it, I jumped so bad. You know, like when you jump, your back starts hurting. I had to pause the recording for a little bit just because I like tweaked my back. See, y'all don't know what goes into these reactions, especially when I cut stuff out. So the unedited versions are probably a lot funnier because, yeah, I jumped. What else are y'all saying? Oh, waiting the nerves of waiting for your first hookup. Yeah, Shane, he was doing a lot, but he realized he was doing a lot. Sorry, I'm reading. Winchester said a little bit earlier that I think the most interesting thing I noticed about the first scene in the show was how, from us seeing them without public opinion, Shane was more outgoing, yet the public considers him more antisocial. Yes. Every time I watch the first beginning of the episode and Shane, he's there obviously introducing himself. He put himself out there first. So then to hear the announcers go, Shane, even though he's antisocial, he has a really good hockey IQ. And it's like, where? Shane seems to be able to articulate himself well. He doesn't seem that introverted. So that's so true. When we see him, he is himself. But when the world sees him, I guess I see the polite version, the polite Canadian version. And also race plays a part in that too,
Yeah,
He's
I guess it does, yeah, because truthfully, after the draft, like the moment they got drafted, and I couldn't remember who Shane and his mom were talking to,
he
but they
was
were talking about like just, I guess just kind of talking about Asian representation, basically,
mhm,
right? And
mhm,
I was like, oh yeah, I guess he is mixed. I didn't really notice it until they pointed
mm,
it out. I
mhm.
was like, oh, okay, yeah,
And it's also the fact that they pointed it out to make you realize, oh, hockey really is a white male dominated sport.
mm-hmm,
So Shane being, I won't say an anomaly because obviously there's other races in the mix there because we see JJ Carter, a couple other people just in the locker room in general. But they make Shane be this representative that he clearly does not want to be. He just wants to
yeah,
be known for his hockey. But even then, I was saying this before, just because you personally don't look at yourself as a role model, that doesn't mean that people aren't going to make you one and they're not going to make you a representative of your whole race. So,
yeah,
whereas Ilya, he's very loud and brash, he can get away with a lot on the ice, cussing people out, even though we don't see it too much in the show. They like infer that he cuts people out, be fighting and everything. But Shane, he can't do that because he is who he is. He's an Asian man. And so, what you laughing at?
what CC said, because he definitely felt like the DEI hire
Oh,
for
who said
Montreal.
that? Wait,
It was a
wait.
diversity hire, but it was a little bit of DEI. I felt like that's what he was trying to justify. Yeah, we love having them for the team.
The way that the guy said that, so it was pretty much like a microaggression where if you don't pay attention to it, you kind of blink and miss it. But the ones who
Mm,
get it. They're like, oh, okay, you're using me for a
yeah.
little bit optics, especially when I'm number 2 in the draft, right? And I could have went number 1. But even though I'm
Mm-hmm.
still number 2, I'm the best now in the league once I'm in there, but the best in my draft. And this is what you want to like boil me down to. This is your main important thing. And
Yeah.
it's like we see the same thing when he's talking to the reporter in French and he's being compared to Serena Williams and Tiger Woods, and he's just
Oh
like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
play hockey.
the moment that came up, I was like, I really don't.
Wait, real quickly. Bye, Winchester. Thank you for holding me down, girl. You were always in the comments. I appreciate you so much. So thank you. I'll see
Yeah.
you later.
Appreciate you. Yeah, it was definitely nice meeting you as well. Hopefully, I see you again in another stream that we end up doing.
Yeah,
Cause I'm pretty sure
tomorrow.
we're okay.
Tomorrow, and then we're doing it next Wednesday.
Got
So
you.
yeah. Thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. See, more weirdness says that's exactly how the microaggression sounds. Yeah, I don't care that you're second, but you're Asian. We're woke. Man, get out of here.
Yes.
Exactly. Cause it's like,
I don't know,
I
cause even with that though, it kind of felt like I don't know. It's just weird because I guess we weren't adults, like you know what I mean, in '09
yeah.
when they ended up getting drafted. So at that point, I was like, would they even be focusing on diversity hires and bringing that up? That's why I'm like, I feel like that's more of a now type thing that they would try and point out. You know what I mean, but not point it out. I wasn't sure if they would have did that in that time period. That's something I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of in my head. But.
I think it's more of like tokenization, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because even Tiger Woods, Serena, they're clearly the best in their fields, and even then they faced a lot of racism. So I feel like they were trying to get those same thoughts out of Shane, and maybe because hockey is more like a Canadian league, because even though we obviously have teams, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
more a Canadian thing during that time. And since we're not Canadian, I don't know how they handle racism around that time up there. Because down here, it was pretty overt and apparent what everyone thought.
Bro, what you mean? Racism was about to die back then.
Did you see that tweet? Wait, it was a tweet that was like, what Gen Z and Gen Alpha don't understand is that around Obama got elected, racism was virtually over. Is that the tweet that you're referencing?
Yeah, they wasn't experiencing the time I was experiencing. That's all I know.
Elon needs to stop putting all the same tweets on our For You page because clearly that man has an agenda.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's basically what it is. I think it's tokenization. And since we're not Canadian, I don't really know what the point was, but that's pretty much it. Let me see. I truly believe in the first 2 episodes, I promise it's not a spoiler, but we can tell that Shane has more passion towards hockey rather than Ilya. Definitely. Because Shane, he's been given the space to actually love it. And even though he transitioned to professional and it may be more pressure, he still has a love for it. Whereas Ilya, he's been abused into his role because we even see it at the draft while Shane was dealing what he was dealing with the microaggressions, right? Up there on the balcony, Ilya, he was disassociating basically, and I guess he disassociates by like daydreaming about Shane, whatever. His
Yeah, that's what it
dad,
seemed like.
his dad is over there talking to the guy of
The
who
Boston team
this?
probably.
Yeah, I was about to Raiders, right? I think that's
Yeah,
Raiders.
I think it was the Boston Raiders. That's
Because I was
their
about to
team
say
is.
the real team name, but I was like, I think they changed it in the show. But
Yeah,
his dad was talking or whatever, and then you see Ilya get back into the conversation, and he's like, "I'm gonna work hard for you," and his dad immediately goes into the spiel of, "No, he's not. He's lazy." And it's like, if you can embarrass me in front of this person who's basically about to make my career, then there's no telling what's going on behind closed doors.
exactly. And then when he hit Ilya with the "you're just here to what's it called to listen, not talk," it's like, why do you want me in these conversations then?
Mm-hmm.
Like these people are here for me, not you.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny that we see that come back around in episode 2 when Ilya's in Russia
Mm-hmm.
talking with his dad, and his dad is trying to get him in the conversation. But it's like a couple years ago, you want me to shut my mouth. Like when you were in your right mind, you remember that? You told me
Exactly.
to be quiet, be seen, not heard. And now you want me to talk. So, yeah. Let me see. How are you in the comments commenting? I was about
Because
to.
you were still talking, so I didn't want to interrupt you.
You said no facts. I definitely noticed that too. It feels like Ilya is doing more for his dad than anything. Let me see what else. Twix says, I think they would have, because Obama would have been president then, and I can see him implementing policies to make getting hired easier for minorities. Yeah, I definitely think there were policies around that time that made it a little bit easier, but I think it got better towards like 2016, definitely. If we're talking about like for like in general, but 2008 it was still a mess out in these streets. So I can only imagine how
Because
Canada behaves. So I don't know.
even in '08 though, right? Because in
Mhm.
middle school, I remember it was one of my friends at the time, right? He was saying his dad doesn't like Obama, whoop de whoop, right? He
Mhm.
was like, my dad said he would rather vote for Donald Trump than Obama. I don't know why I just thought about that. And I'm like, oh my god.
You got a flashback.
Yes. I'm like,
It's probably the worst flashback to have, knowing that your friend's dad was right. Let's not get into
he
that.
predicted it already. He's a great businessman.
Oh
And
Lord.
you got that off The Apprentice, my brother.
That's why we're getting into other things, but they said in the news that February had added 96,000 people to unemployment. But yeah, good for business. Let me see.
My fault.
In the books, it's the Voyagers. Okay, because I was gonna say Voyagers out loud, but I was like, I don't think that's right. But in the books, is the Voyagers, but he plays for the Raiders rather than the Metros. Okay. Let me see. He asked, I'm curious how everyone feels about Yuna mom versus manager. I have an opinion on that, but that's more towards like other episodes. But what vibe do you get from Shane's mom so far?
Uh, she seems like I don't know. She seems like a cool mom, but then it's like she's more business focused than anything. You know what I mean? Because she's the
Mm-hmm.
one bringing the brand deals to them, telling them, hey, make sure you wear the Reeboks because might have kids looking up to you
Mm-hmm.
because they see themselves like I guess other Asian kids probably or maybe even mixed kids. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Just like you have people who look up to you, so make sure you're doing the right thing. Make sure you're always on top of yourself, like stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's like it feels like it could be a representation of the tiger mom, like you know what I mean. That's what they might call
Uh
it, but not really. It's just more feels like a more of a helicopter parent.
yeah. I
Yeah,
personally
because I
don't
haven't
feel
seen
that
anything.
way.
I just haven't
Yeah.
seen anything crazy about her. It's just
Yeah.
up
Because
front.
some people do feel that way, but like I personally don't. And you're kind of
Mhm.
saying that you don't really see like any of that. Is that what you're basically
I'm
saying?
saying I don't really see it, but that's what it could be described as. It just
Mm-hmm.
seems like a parent that's active in their child's life and wants
Yeah.
the best
Because
for
I
their
feel
child. You
like
know what I mean?
it wasn't any different to me because that's how we were raised, you know? And I feel like
Exactly.
most, well, I've already said this before, non-white households are raised like the mom is there, like on top of it, your studies, et cetera, et cetera. So I feel like it's kind of the same thing here that yeah, she's in the foreground, but I don't think she's taking over anything.
Hmm.
If you had like any sort of criticism towards her, I guess you could say momagers don't always make the good managers because, like historically, stuff like that doesn't end well, just like hiring your husband doesn't end well. So you could say that, but in the show, I personally would say no. Cece, I'm curious to know what your thoughts on that is.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe either I missed something, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that I really saw too many. I don't think I've seen too many scenes of her in the first two
Mm-hmm.
episodes, at least.
To even think about
But
that or
yeah,
think deeper.
yeah, because
But I agree, but
all I know is his dad doesn't even seem like I don't even know what his dad is thinking about or involved in. And
interested in?
I nah,
Thank you. Because
because
who is this man?
I thought he would at least be watching the games. It feels like, but it don't feel like he knows anything about his son's
Remember
sports
this
ball
moment right
career.
here. Remember you saying this because down the line, you're going to be shocked as all day long to figure out anything that happens with David and everything. But I agree with Barbecue Penguin. She's helping him build generational wealth and to build a brand. and Yuna shows her love by making sure that Shane is taken care of. That's exactly how I feel about Miss Yuna. Like, she's not like, I compared her to Kris Jenner, but not Kris Jenner, I'm going to pimp you out, right? Kris Jenner,
Yeah.
I'm going to get you these brand deals and you're going to be able to set yourself up once maybe you get injured and you're out of the league, or you retire and you still got some money in your account. So we're going to get this started now. And also around this time, this is when athletes were finally able to take, well, first of all, they were getting paid more. And then two, they could actually have these types of deals when the salary wasn't that great. Because we know from like 90s basketball, early basketball, they weren't getting paid anything until Michael Jordan came around and revolutionized like brand deals and stuff. So I feel like Yuna was a big help in getting Shane out there. Even though Shane, he kind of just wants to play hockey. But
Yeah, that's what it seems
sometimes
like.
you gotta do a little bit more. And Yuna realizes that, and Shane will too once he gets older, but we only see them being like 18 to 21 in the show, I think. I don't do math that well. So from 2008 to 2011, whatever age that is, that's how old they were.
Yeah,
Let me
cause
see.
I thought what's it called? It went up to because it went up to 2014. No, when they was at the Sochi.
2012 is Sochi.
Was it 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Remember, it's an even number because it was 2008 Olympics and then 2012. But CC was saying that I agree. She may come across as overbearing, but she is thinking long term and truly loves her son. Exactly, CC. That's what I think. Barbecue Penguin said
The Sochi
David
Olympics were in
protects Shane
2014.
emotionally. Yuna protects his future. Am I still here?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Maybe something happened with the both of us.
Oh, it was
But
2014.
It was 2014.
Okay, I was wrong. I stand corrected. Thank you. So it was 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And then Twix said I think David is on the spectrum, like Shane, so that could possibly explain why he is the way that he is. I never considered that. I could be it too. But again, I want you to remember this conversation about David. Cause just remember this conversation. Because from what I got, David, he only talks about hockey because his wife is obsessed and his son plays. That's what I got from David. Like, he's just there to get along, have a nice meal at their favorite restaurant, drink. I don't know what he was drinking, maybe a beer, I don't know, coffee, like whatever he was drinking. Like, he is there just to have a good time.
Yeah, he just wants to be around his family. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Eat some salmon and have a good time. Adrian was saying, yeah, I don't get why some people who watch the show for the first time don't like Shane's parent at first. Like, they're just being parents that they could for his athletic son. Exactly.
Yeah, like that's the same way I feel. That's why I was like, I don't see anything wrong with his mom. Like, seems like a normal parent to me, at least.
One point I want to talk about is athletes are obviously very emotionally stunted, right? Because they dedicate their whole childhood to this sport and they don't know how to express themselves emotionally. How were you feeling when these two could not communicate worth a damn? Like, just miscommunication everywhere. And then those text messages, what was going on in those text messages? And Shane not replying. Give me your thoughts, please.
Oh shoot! Which one? Shane not replying?
Both.
Or Ilya also not replying after the Olympics? Because
okay, Shane first, and then we'll get to the Olympics. Because I
don't know. Because it's like both of them, they weren't replying because they had some, in my opinion, they had some type of emotions to deal with, right? Or some type of like kind of like anxiety type, because you don't know how you want to respond to the situation, but you're still trying to figure out how you feel about that situation sexually, or are y'all gonna go further than just hooking up every couple months or whatever. And then you also have Ilya worrying about, am I going to be able to, I don't know, make my father proud of me, I guess, because I need to win something, because it seems like I've just been losing. So I don't know. Their communication.
While you have his brother using him for money.
The 24/7.
If I ever called you up,
Whole rookie contract.
$20,000. How
Rookie
much do you think the
contract
hooking
was
contract
gone,
was? How much do
bro.
you think it was?
What at the time? Do you know how much it was?
No, 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 no. So
Okay,
how do
okay.
you?
Eh,
How much could it have been? Like a couple 100,000, or
cause
like a
they,
100,000?
cause if it was at that time, I feel like maybe I don't even know how long the hockey season goes for. So
I don't know the date.
let's just be
I'm asking.
generous and say they might have got like a cool 500,000. But it's like I feel like Alexi was taking most of that.
Always calling him. Did you realize Ilya spent New Year's Eve alone in a hotel room in a foreign country where he like knew the language right but wasn't fluent in it, and you have Alexi calling him talking about I need some money. First you call me because you need some money for drugs, then I gotta raise your baby. I have to fund your child's lifestyle, and
Yep.
and then his daddy calling him, talking about Shane. Not, hi, son, you're doing a great job. No, you're losing. You're not impressing me. You can't let Shane win.
Exactly.
Shane ended up winning anyway, but it's like, you have no regard for your son or your brother.
Yeah, because even when Alexi hit him with the "we don't need you," I would have just okay, cool. If you
But
don't need me,
you called me, right? Like,
let me hang this phone up real quick.
well, actually, I guess he technically called him in that moment because his dad was texting him about bread. It's like, you're there with father. You don't
Mm-hmm.
realize that he is clearly going through early onset dementia. He's texting me about bread. What's he texting you about? You see him. Why am I dealing with this a whole country away? Continent away. I'm sorry, I keep saying country. A whole continent away. Well, let me see what they're saying. They were so young. Yup.
No, I agree with Barbecue Penguin. Like the miscommunication was probably like a lot because of how young they are, but then it's like at the same point, 5 years later, it doesn't feel like it got too much better. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. They're communicating a little bit better on the phone, but Shane's still like deleting texts, like doesn't want
He,
to send that out. The slow delete was crazy though.
wait, which
When he
part?
was
Because he did it
in the
multiple
elevator,
times.
when he was like, "We didn't even kiss," and then
Uh-huh.
slow delete, deep, deep,
The,
deep,
the,
deep.
the
Like it's like okay,
dramatics.
man.
And it's like, I wish he spoke up in that moment, but he's still like, Ilya always takes the lead with things,
Yeah,
and Shane's just, he's just there to get along. His favorite place is down on the floor, so he was expecting for Ilya to run after him, and that just didn't happen. Cece was saying, yeah, miscommunication bothers me. Like, even if you're just hooking up with someone, you can still communicate. Yes. And they did start out when they were 17 and joined a sport where they were rookies and had a lot of media interest on them, living in a new city and a new team with adults. 22 is still young. 22 is still a baby. And they had no emotional development. Because when you think about it, all of these athletes, they're pretty much isolated, and the only people that they can kind of depend on is either the team or maybe their spouses or parents if they're around, depending on how old they are. But technically, all we saw these people doing was playing the sport, going to the gym, and hooking up. It's like, what other hobbies did you have?
yeah.
So of
Maybe
course,
they didn't have time for it.
there's going to be so much miscommunication, and miscommunication they did. I can't tell you how many times I was just like, maybe if you had a conversation, once you see each other and you had a conversation, maybe this could work, but we wouldn't have a show, right? So we have to
True.
miscommunicate a little bit just to get where we are. But the pressing question I have to ask you, if someone ditched you for 6 months, would you give them another shot? Especially if they were fondling you on stage, knowing how upset you were before going on that stage because you just insinuated that you were hooking up with somebody
Yeah.
and I haven't seen you. Oh, wait, answer this, but we still didn't go back to your point of Ilya at in Sochi. I don't know if you
Mm.
remember that
Oh
point.
yeah, yeah. What when he was like, which one? When he was like standoffish, like you know what I mean,
Hmm.
not replying back to text, none of that. It
And
was it.
also when they went to Russia and he tried
Mm-hmm.
to ask him how he was since Ilya had just lost. You
Yeah, and it
had
was
a
like,
point about that.
oh, that I wish I could remember now.
Yeah.
It might come back to me. I don't know. It might come
Someone
back to me.
says every time those time jumps popped up, I get whiplash. Like, what happened in those months? Apparently, absolutely nothing. Or in the books, they were still
It's
hooking up, but in the show, it's implied that they weren't because Shane wasn't replying to all of Ilya's messages. Like, whenever Shane would pull up the phone, the messages that Ilya just sent were there. So it's like they weren't talking, they weren't communicating. And then Shane was always deleting his text messages. And he
yeah.
never was like basically asking for what he wants. Ilya is constantly pursuing him, basically nagging him at this point. Ilya doesn't know that Shane is into it. It's just he's constantly on the pursuit, and Shane's just like, no, not today. Gotta go work out. Not today. And then 3 years goes by, and they finally
Yeah,
get
because it's
together.
like, I don't know. Because even before that, I was like, it's like before they had their first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, maybe they actually have been doing stuff together because of how they've been texting each other. Or not
Mm-hmm.
even texting, it's just how they've been looking at each other. Giggling while they're doing a shoot, whatever. I was like, maybe they have been. He was like, have you
Mm-hmm.
ever done this before? And I'm like, bro, what? I was like, oh, I guess I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, but also back to what you were saying with the 6 months though. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't have been that. It wouldn't have been that easy at all. Not at all.
Like he might have gotten me in the
No,
moment, but I would have came to my senses and been like, "What? You just ghosted me
nah,
for 6 months." BB barbecue penguin said Shane folded too fast. He did,
way
but I
too fast.
also understand it. But like he folded way too fast. Ilya didn't even apologize for what he put Shane through after you yelled at me at the Olympics. I'm just trying to come up there and see if you're okay. Have a quick conversation, but you told me to leave you alone. And it's like, wow.
Oh,
What the
bro, not even with the private place though, because it was more like, because it was funny when he came up with the what's it called? He had him come up through the back door or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But when he was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about also buying the place next door too," and just making it one big thing, I had to look it up. I'm like, "Can you do that? Can you
Wait,
buy two apartments and then just
so that
make
was
it
his
into one
front
unit?"
door. It looked like his back door. It's just I don't know where they found that building at, but that's actually his front
The
door.
who?
Yeah, but in the books, the crazy thing is, I think wait, y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you read the books. Shane bought like a whole apartment building. So they had to consolidate it in the show to him having his apartment and then possibly buying the apartment next door. They got
How
some
much
money. I don't know.
money?
You're asking me. I don't know. Yeah, they said yes. Shane bought a whole building. Yep, he did. He did. Ilya messaging Shane for years trying to egg him on says a lot about them. Yes, CC, it does. It shows like their dynamic really well. More weirdness is Shane was touch starved and desperate, but it was kind of a humiliation, a humiliation ritual. I can't forgive Ilya for the entirety of Vegas episode 2. Even though the scene was great or whatever, but it was 6 months is crazy. I swear, if anyone were to do that to me, not folding. If I were doing this to anyone else, I need you to call me out and I'd call you out too. Like, if you ever did that to a woman, I'd be like, no, girl, leave him alone. I'd be the first one being like, you gotta drop him. Because there's no way you should be putting up with that. And this is my
True.
brother here. You should do the
Very
same for
true.
me if I ever did that to somebody.
No, I completely agree with you because that's crazy. 6 months
Six
is insane.
months. And I will always say understand why Ilya did it because he's getting berated by his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he clearly there's the dynamic of wanting to impress your parent, but a parent who's always like emotionally abusive, there's also that added layer of you trying to do everything you can to impress them. So Ilya already being there, and we already know how he feels about it. Whenever it comes up, he clearly shuts down, and he's not able to show his emotions outwardly, but internally, we can see that there's a struggle there because he's so stoic when
Mm-hmm.
Russia's brought up, or he evades the question and turns things into jokes or makes things sexual, like he did in the stairway after their first time. So it's like he did that in order to protect himself. Because in Russia, I don't think what?
No, I'm just
Oh, you're
reading
reading
what's
about the real
what you
estate thing.
what you mean that whole apartment wasn't even furnished, just the bedroom. Like what?
Wait, just the bed. Now, what is going on in
And
these
the
books, Miss Rachel?
what?
Was Miss Rachel Reid?
I guess
She
it
said the
makes
only important room was the bedroom.
very true, but it's like, good lord, at least have something.
Mm-hmm. But pretty much what I was saying was Ilya was trying to protect himself in that moment because he just got berated by his dad. And then Svetlana, she was saying that if you just lock in, you'll be able to win the cup. And
Mm-hmm.
that's something that he didn't even consider because he was still reeling from the loss of the Olympics. So it's like Shane is the person that he feels the safest with because he can be himself, but he's also his biggest like Achilles heel type of thing. So in order to protect himself, he turn Shane away in the worst possible way. And it's like Shane was just trying to check on him,
Yeah,
trying to make sure
very
that he.
true. But it's like I don't think Ilya is trying to like show those type of emotions.
Mm-mm.
'Cause
What
he
emotions were either of them
he
showing?
not too much, but it's like Ilya was definitely like, okay, well, that was fun. Time for me to go home now.
Oh, wait, which time? Because he was jokingly doing that the first time, and then, like in the hotel room, and then at Shane's house, Shane had kissed him on the forehead, and
oh,
you could see the
exactly. Yeah, the moment
moment.
he was like, oh, yeah, no, I don't feel like expressing this right now. That's
Because
exactly.
even though there's obviously like a mutual connection there, they are both so avoidant. In that moment there, you could see that Ilya's wheels were turning and was like, we can't go any deeper than this. Even though he's been pursuing this man for like 2 to 3 years at this point. It's like you
Mm-hmm.
finally get there, knowing how obsessed you are with each other. And you don't go any further than just hooking up. It's like y'all could have gotten emotional with each other, always asking each other like different questions and stuff, trying to get to know each other. At the All-Star game, you were talking to me randomly, and then you got Scott Hunter next to me, trying to figure out what was going on there. Like, why
Bro,
is this man giving you the hotel room? What'd you think about that?
I was like, did he hear the whole conversation? Like
Mm-hmm.
when because every single time like they are either talking to each other, it feels like Scott. It literally feels like he knows at least a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more than what he's leading on to.
Mm.
Like he may have leaned over, seen the text messages, but it's like I feel like he knows a little bit more. At least to me, that's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Because when Ilya went by and was like 1 2 2 1, I was like, oh, okay, so we're finally gonna get somewhere. And then Scott, he pops up like, "Hey, man, thank you for thank you for keeping my record, and not
Exactly.
letting him have it."
And
And then he said,
besides that, what were y'all talking about, by the way?
"Yeah, because I'm in the hotel room next door. So like, would he do that?" And at least Shane is quick on his feet. It was like, "Ah, oh, he was just messing with me, man. Like, I don't know, you know how he is." Because if people didn't know that Ilya was like that on the ice, Shane would have been in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why Ilya did that, to be honest, because he knows how deathly afraid Shane is of getting caught. So why would you do that?
Yeah, cause like also with cause what did you say his name was again? My bad.
Carter?
Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Cause even when they were in Russia for the Olympics, and when they were like, yeah, like shout out to your man's, like it must be pretty hard for him, huh? It's like he was looking, cause it felt like he was looking more at Shane to make sure he was good. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, does he know? Like,
I'm curious
does
about what
he?
Carter knows.
I'm like, does he know?
Because at least, what's his name? Scott, he was there for a little bit of like interaction or whatever. But why is Carter asking me about that? Because when in Vegas when Shane won the Rookie of the Year and
Mm-hmm.
Scott came over, that's what you're saying. Like, does he know?
Yeah,
What
cause
are
he's like, yeah, you gonna go get your boy? Like, what you mean, my boy?
yeah? It's
I
like
don't talk to them. And I was like, I don't know. It
like
feels like he has to know more than what he's leading on to, but it's more like I'm not trying to pry.
because if the outward narrative is that we hate each other, why would you come up to me at this party where it's my day,
Yeah, exactly.
mine? and ask about Rozanov, and they're always giving Ilya nicknames like Roz, Rozzy, and it's like, you guys don't know this man, so why do you think I know this man? And then
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, Scott doing that, and then Carter, this is our first time meeting you, and you're asking Shane about Rozanov. Why? Why are you asking about Ilya? The only thing I can think of is because they always do promos and stuff together, or even they're like the team captains. So maybe they think that he should know something and they're friendly with each other, that they should have built that rapport over these years, right? But they don't know that they barely talk. So it's like, why are you asking me this?
Yeah.
But that was our first introduction to Carter because we see how friendly Carter is, right? So maybe he can't picture Shane and Ilya not talking while they're doing all the promos, like we saw in episode 2 when Ilya asked Shane, when did they ask you to do this skating promo with me, the shoot with me, with the shoot? And he was like, and Shane was like, oh, they just asked me. And when they ask you, he was like, I brought you in on this. And Shane was like, what the heck? Why would you do that? And I'm still wondering why Ilya did that, because if they're supposed to be hated, why would you think that he'd want to share the spotlight? So that's
Yeah.
also where the rivalry is
Mm-hmm.
like
But
not in the show.
it's also probably one of those things to where like with the whole draft class that they had, because we literally only know the first 3 picks, and at the same point, I swear I don't know if I've seen, has the 3rd pick ever talked? Like, was he one of the people for Team USA? Maybe I don't think I've seen him at all. Like,
I don't think he pops back up. I genuinely don't think he pops back up. Also, the budget for this show was peanuts. So
it feels like it.
it was, if we don't see him or we don't think we see him, just know that we didn't.
Okay, cool. This whole time it's like I've been paying attention. I swear I've been paying attention, and it's like I don't think I've seen him again.
No. Also, with the number 3 guy, do you think he feels left out because these two are doing what they're doing? I'm in the same draft class. Like, you didn't think to look over to me and be like, "Hey, you want to join?" Or like, "Why wasn't I the pick?" It's just the top 2. I am number 3. I'm still good with you guys. Do you think he felt left out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, not me. Let me see some of the comments. People are saying Carter Vaughn. Yes, I love me some Carter Vaughn, but Carter Vaughn, he knows something. I swear he does. Cece said that Jacob brought so much nuance to the show with the characters and the relationships. It makes for an intriguing story. It does. And especially in the first 2 episodes, it leaves you wanting more like emotions from the 2 of them and like more communication. Cause it's just them hooking up and it's like, okay, I need a little bit more from these 2. Are they gonna get emotional? They're gonna get deeper with each other, because Ilya was always avoidant. Well, he wasn't avoidant until episode 2. Episode 1, I feel like Ilya was trying to get to know him, but then episode 2, he became avoidant. So, how did you feel about like the emotionalness, or did you need some more?
What of the characters?
Yeah.
Like, look, I need character development. I'm not gonna lie to you. These first 2 episodes, I'm development starved. That's how I feel right now.
You said I got to see a lot of everybody, but I need to see y'all talk. Basically,
it's less that I need to see them like talk to one another. You know, I just want to see like what do they do. Like what makes you tick besides hockey? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like everybody at least has something else besides their like main career. I just want to see them.
Do they? Do they though? The way athletes be talking, they have
like
nothing outside of that.
They might. It's like yeah, Shane was doom scrolling on YouTube back in 08, but it's like
on his BlackBerry.
I was like, what could you even do that back then? I don't even remember what was going on back then on YouTube.
I don't know if Blackberries connect to YouTube like that. Obviously, when we started like having eye touches and stuff,
he probably had a what's it called, a laptop or something he was watching it on.
No, remember, he was literally had his phone up watching it on that BlackBerry. So I don't know how.
More weird because I don't remember being able to watch.
Yeah,
I don't remember being able to do that.
Maybe you could, because we didn't have Blackberries growing up, so that was
Maybe.
a little
Like,
bit
I
more
don't remember being able
sophisticated.
to do that on the Metro PCS. like,
We had flip phones, so
what could we do?
nothing.
But you know what, Twix? I read your message, right? You said it's coming, and it's like I'm thinking of their text messages now, so I don't know which meaning you're going with right there. But hopefully you're
Wait.
saying the what's it called? The character development is coming. That's what I'm hoping you're going with. I
Not the
hope you're
men
not
themselves,
I
but
hope you're not typing like Ilya right now. But yeah, it probably will end up happening. But,
yeah.
And then episode 3, I think that's what I'm gonna be watching tomorrow because we're gonna do a stream for that. So that's gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Okay. Let me go look back at the schedule so I don't mess it up.
Yeah, so it's 3 and 4 tomorrow.
I didn't end up doing a intro because, like
I
you
know
said,
you did it.
the two were like watched together. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't do an intro. I was like, maybe I should.
I actually recorded an intro because I was like, I don't know if he's gonna remember to do it. Like, I don't know if he knows the process, but it's okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Because Twix said Anna was so clear on Blackberry too. I was like, there's no way it's that clear. Exactly. I don't know. We did not have Blackberries back then, so I have no clue if it was like that or if it. Wait, Sugar Dare said that Blackberries in Canada were so big. So yeah, I don't know. Live on here. Yeah, we're going to talk again live on here. So we're going to be doing all of the live discussions on here, but we're putting our reactions on Patreon mainly because it would be a nightmare to edit 12 episodes and have to deal with copyright. You have no idea the struggle it is to deal with copyrights on reaction videos. So I appreciate anybody who was taking their time out to subscribe on the Patreon, but that is where our reactions will live. And then we'll hop on live tomorrow to talk about episodes 3 and 4, and then next Wednesday to talk about episodes 5 and 6. So yes, let's see, what else was there? Were there like any other moments that you felt like you had to discuss because they were just so crazy between Shane and Ilya?
Right, it's like I wish I could show the picture on here because, like I told you, it was in episode 2 in the hotel room when they were like about to start having sex or whatever. When what's his name? When Shane was like crawling over there towards Ilya's crotch, I promise you it looked like Shamir Moore. Like
you said that you said it in your reaction.
I literally had to bring it up because I'm like, bro, I started laughing.
Shane is very flexible. I mean, he, like I said, that man's favorite places to be is on the floor. And if Ilya says do it, he does it. And I'm just like, okay.
That's what's it called? Because you still have Discord on your laptop or nah? If not, I'll just send you the picture on your phone. I gotta show you what picture I'm talking about.
You could probably hold it up as long as your
on my
your phone is clear.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, the chair in Vegas. That chair, wow, that chair was its own character. The way that Ilya dragged it across ice and okay, like thank you.
Okay, so wait here. Let's hope that it shows. But this is exactly what he
looked like to you.
Yes, I started busting out laughing. I couldn't. I'm like,
wait. Do I need to ask why you thought of that picture? Because I've never seen that picture before.
Look, don't worry about it.
I've never in my life seen that picture.
Because Shamir Moore, like when he be doing this, it's memes. It's like straight memes. But
you know who I thought you were talking about? The Shamir who plays Into the Spider-Verse.
Wait, who's Shamik?
Shamik Moore.
Shamik Moore.
Not is his name not Shamar?
Nah.
It's
Shamir.
It's
Shamar. Yeah.
Okay, because every time he kept saying that, I was thinking of Shamik.
I'm saying that.
Show the classic in that picture of Shamar, since I finally realized who Shamar is.
But wait, what's Shamar? Do you want me to show you this one too?
Oh.
Because that's the one that you thought I was talking about.
Uh-huh.
But nah, but this is literally the image that literally came into my mind.
Every
Like I
time you seen
promise you,
Shane on the bed.
bro. I'm like, what is he doing? But it was whatever. Cause what else? I don't know. It was some other things that in the reaction I would probably have to watch it back. But it
Mm-hmm.
was, I don't know. I feel like I need to do better at reacting because I wasn't talking as much as I probably should have been.
Oh,
I
really?
was just it's weird.
The
I don't really be
contrast
talking.
of you not talking and then me talking every 2 seconds.
Yeah,
When I get excited about something, I feel like I talk a lot. So
I don't know.
my
I was just
reactions
trying to I was just
are
trying to watch the
probably
show.
like that. I'm trying to look here because I actually have like a timeline that I wrote down. I could send you it just in case there is something
Mm.
that you actually wanted to talk about. Oh gosh, what did I say? Maybe I shouldn't send you this because my little notes here are a little out there. But let's see. She Weetie says, I'm so late, just woke up from my nap. It's okay. We're even just thankful that you're here, so don't worry about it. Their first scene together. It was magical. It was very well choreographed. I'm trying to look at my notes here just to see if there's like something that we need to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. At the All-Star game, right? At the hotel room, when back to Scott being there, why was Shane yelling so loudly, talking about, I'm in the hallway looking like an idiot, but you're yelling at the top of your lungs knowing that Scott is right next door?
Yeah.
Why?
Hey, look. It was just like, awkward and in a rush. He wanted to be like Secret Service like swept into the room instead of like somebody just walking up to the door,
Something over his
looking out
head.
the peephole, like
Ilya was rage baiting a little bit because he knew that Shane was on his way. He made sure to sat in that chair that was far away from the door. Then he just strolled over, took his old merry old time, had the nerve to look at the people, even though he knew he did not order room service. He did not invite anybody back but Shane. So it's like, why are you having me outside?
man.
Let me see. I'm looking at my notes now. So if y'all see me looking down, I want to see if there's an opinion that I wanted your thoughts on. If there was a moment.
Honestly, who knows if Shane wants to secretly be discovered? But it's like at the same point, I hope he at least lets his parents know first.
Oh, you do?
That's
That's the one hope you have in the show that he lets his
yeah,
parent know.
because it's like it feels like Shane's parents would be like, it don't seem like they'd be like,
Yeah.
no, like they seem like they'd be cool with it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Adrian said, "Hey, my boy was panicking in that moment." Well, he was real loud with his panics.
Oh no, they were loud as hell in that room, saying that I got somebody next door.
Talking about what they were talking about and then yelling at that. He said, I have a dildo. Like, calm down. You could have whispered it. Like, babe, I'm
Wait,
just right here.
how
Like,
big is it? What color? Like,
I had the nerve to start getting jealous. Like, excuse me. Leave me alone.
girl.
Let me see. I'm still looking at my notes. So if y'all want to ask some questions, exactly what color? If y'all have some questions you want Nico to answer, please ask them. But I'm gonna look at my notes to see if there's any moment that I really wanted to know his thoughts about. The fact. What are your thoughts on Svetlana, Ilya's friend, even though we've barely seen her? What do you think she knows? Because she noticed Jane right off the bat, right?
Yeah, but it's like I feel like with her, I don't know. I just because after it was like her, Ilya, and Sasha in like that bathroom area, I was like maybe she's cool with it because it's like it seems like they might have been something, all three of them. And I was like, is Sasha
Oh, you said all three.
maybe
Wait, I said keep
maybe
going. Wait.
Nah,
How do we get to all
maybe.
three?
But nah. But also, I was also thinking, was Sasha the coach's son that he was talking about?
On the nose.
Okay. Yep.
I'm over here playing what's that game?
No, what? The charade, something like
Yeah,
that.
charades. Twix, you're way back there. we moved on.
It's just like,
You're
yeah.
still stuck on the conversation.
But then even then though, the Twix is still on brand because it's like that. What was he saying? I'm gonna score 9 goals this game,
Oh,
one for every inch. You're gonna be like, well, what?
you cannot say that he's not creative. I really, you know how they say that most languages are more flowery and more expressive than what English is. I wonder what that sounds like in Russian and like what other expressions. Because the way that he's very creative, I said if he was not a hockey player, he could be a comedian. Because that man, he knows how to string some words together.
Very
Even
true.
Shane was like, "When did your English get so good? Because why are you telling me about this?"
But then it's like at the same point, I feel like his English has always been good from what it's shown. So I was like, how did his English get better? But I was like,
Okay,
maybe I'm not paying attention as well as I need to be.
I noticed that too, but at the beginning, he only gave one word answer. So I think that was supposed to show us and like put off alarm bells that maybe his English is not that good. But then the more that he stays and the years go on, he's obviously playing
Okay,
hockey in
maybe.
America. Like his English gets good. But the one moment that stood out to me was in the second episode when that one guy, the reporter, when they were at the All-Star game and he asked that long-winded question and Ilya, he checked out halfway through because he's like, man, what are you talking about? You see him up here answering the questions with one-word answers and then you try to ask me how do I feel about so and so and so and so and like the fans and the audience. I, I don't feel anything because I don't understand the question. And then Shane had to step in because it's like you asked this man
Oh yeah.
who is not a native English speaker this long-winded question. And the fact that Shane stepped in, I thought it was so sweet because even though they have a rivalry and people expect them to hate each other, Shane still stepped outside of that in that moment and answered the question for him.
Mm,
Because if you think about it, any other player might have just let Ilya left hanging. Because if they weren't already sort of hooking up or texting, whatever, maybe another player wouldn't have stepped in at that moment. So the fact that Shane did, it showed more that, yeah, there's not really a rivalry and there's some type of love there.
yeah. But it's like, I
Oh
don't
wait,
know.
Twix says that they were away for their phone. That's why the response was like, no, you just want to ask again, was it big? And the answer is yes. We know. 9.
Stupid. But
So
it's like,
oh my go
but it's
ahead.
like, I don't know. I feel like even if they weren't like hooking up, I still feel like Shane would have answered the question for Ilya because it was like
Mm-hmm.
he was still trying to be cool with him because it's like
Mm-hmm. Shane
it's
would have definitely done it.
in the
But any other
situation
player,
they exactly, but it's like in the situation that they're both in, they are still like, I don't know, like they're like right there, like neck and neck with one another. You know,
mm-hmm,
they're like the closest competition that they have in their draft class from what
mm-hmm.
we've seen. So it's like if anybody can understand the situation you're going through, I can
Yes.
understand it.
And that's
And
why
it's
he's
like,
able to answer the question.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was like, yeah, no, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's exactly that was
Our
very
first
cute.
cute. That was cute. That was
I was
nice.
like,
It
that was cute.
was. It was really sweet of him because that's the type of person that Shane is. Like I said, anybody else, I think they would have left Ilya hanging, especially with the way that they talk about Ilya. They hate
Hmm.
that man and they expect Shane to hate that man also. But I want to go back to your point about Sasha and Svetlana. Did you notice that even though Svetlana rescued him, talked a little bit hockey with him, she still led him straight to Sasha? So it's like, does she know? And what does she know? She even left the room after. She's like, okay, yeah, I'm tired. She spilled like all her hockey knowledge. And she's like, all right, I'm tired. Y'all need to catch up. Does she know? And if
it,
she does know, what does she know?
it felt more like one of those like, hey, is so and so coming back in town? If so, can you help us like talk? Because I haven't seen him in a minute. He's not responding back to my text. He isn't
Wing
talking to me.
woman.
Exactly. Like, come,
Hmm.
just help a brother out. And it was like, yeah, okay, there you go.
And then the fact that Ilya turned him down, I said, oh, you're thinking about your man, the man that you just yelled at the day before. Maybe if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be sad right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, oh, okay, so maybe he's like he has serious feelings for Shane because he's also hitting the not here. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, Shane's.
You
I was
see the
like, I was like, oh,
parallel
okay, Shane's really
on your
changing them. So I'm
mind.
like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Maybe we're gonna get somewhere with that.
We're
And then all we're
maturing.
doing is pulling the chair over because I haven't talked to you in a couple months.
The chair
Like
was nice. The chair was quite nice. I will admit, the chair was nice. Should I ask him about
uh
Vegas? Should I ask him the question that we all had on why Ilya didn't do what he should have done? Should I ask him? Or you guys can ask him.
what was he supposed to have done?
There's something that the whole audience thought he should have done. So if y'all want to ask, just go ahead and ask him. I'll wait. Is anybody in those comments? Y'all can ask him.
Now I'm wondering. Maybe I missed something.
Oh, I guess everyone got shy. So during Vegas, when Shane was on the bed, right? At the end of episode 2, and Ilya started joking with him, like, do you want to know how it feels to win the cup?
Mm-hmm.
No more weirdness. No. Do you now that I'm already started, do you get where I'm going with this? He threw something at him, right?
Oh, bro, I thought he was. Bro, when he threw his drawers at him, I was like, is he gonna sniff him? I
Thank
ain't
you.
gonna lie.
Did you say that in your reaction?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, is he about to
Thank you.
sniff them drawers? I was like, okay, I guess not.
Okay. Yes. Everyone thought he should have sniffed. Everyone was talking about, oh, clearly I didn't explain myself that well. Everyone's like, oh, that's what you're talking about. Yes.
I was like, did I miss something?
Well, I was
That's
trying to
funny.
see if you picked up on that or not because we have been talking about it for
Yeah.
weeks.
No,
Ilya
I
should have
definitely picked up on it.
I was like, is he going to? But he didn't. That was actually the first scene. No, Adrian, if I said underwear, he would have gotten it because that's the only moment that well, I guess they're always in their drawers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, and
Truthfully,
they
I'm
said
still.
the stream is delayed, and I'm over here. I should have waited a little bit longer. I don't know how long the stream is delayed for. I know there's like a little bit of one, but I don't know the delay at all.
Because it's weird with because since you're on YouTube, they can put it in like 2 times speed to get caught back up. So it's like it just depends because sometimes it does that, but yeah. But it's like at the same point, I have also noticed I'm like, is Shane ever gonna take his socks off?
No, I think that's definitely a point where like we notice with his autism that sensory stuff. Shane, I don't think he likes touching the floor. He doesn't like things to be dirty. His clothes are always gonna get folded.
He's always folding. Yeah.
And I find it cute that Ilya finds that cute as well because he never calls him out on any of it. He just sits there and laughs and waits for him to finish folding his clothes.
Literally.
Okay, do you guys have any questions for Nico? I'm looking through my notes. And I'm trying to see if there's really anything that I had to ask.
It's not gay if you have the socks on. Okay, I remember. Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, it is sensory based.
Okay.
Did you notice back to Vegas when Shane kept asking, "Can I drink some vodka?" And like Ilya's like, "No, that's your reward." When they were finally done and they were sitting in the bed and Shane had the vodka, the disgusted look on his face.
Bro, I didn't even notice him actually drink anything. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't notice it on my first watch.
Oh, what color is big? Appreciate you for the question. I don't know.
I said ask some questions and here we are.
Maybe 7 pink. I don't know. Maybe that's what he was working with the dildo. I don't know.
Oh, okay, Lord, I didn't know what you were.
About me.
I don't know what you were answering. You didn't have to. I already moved on. You didn't have to even acknowledge what I was saying because we already moved on. It's fine, totally fine.
Why would I have?
I'm looking back at my notes. It's so fine. You know, sometimes
I wouldn't do that to you.
You saw I was distracted looking at my phone, right? I'm listening, and then once I listen, I hear. Yeah, so it's fine, totally fine.
Yeah, you gotta understand when chat is right there, I try to entertain the chat, you know.
Yeah,
And that's all
okay.
that's all it
Sorry,
is.
I thought this was like a conversation, I didn't know I didn't know what was going on right then.
No ma'am.
I apologize, that was me.
No ma'am.
Is there anything else? Barbecue fan was like, sorry. I was looking at my phone. I was not paying attention. I think that's pretty much it. I think we hit a lot of the big points. Yep, I'm looking at my notes. I feel like we hit lots of things. And that was mainly what happened in the first 2 episodes. The next few episodes, you're gonna get your wish. It's gonna be a little bit more there, more meat
Okay,
on the
that's what I like.
bones when it
That's what I
comes.
like to see.
Yeah, so we'll be able to discuss more, but the first 2 episodes are kind of just like the introduction to the show, to the characters, to their relationship, the dynamic, how it's the time jumps. Thankfully, we're done with the time jumps in the first 2 episodes, like the crazy time jumps, because going from 2008 to 2012, that was crazy work. I don't
Yeah.
know why we did that, and people said the books are just like it.
Okay. It was like I guess the time jumps were necessary, but it's because
I've never seen a show like that or read a book like that where the time jumps are years and months, weeks. I've never seen that.
hey, look, if you ever start reading like manga or manhwa at some point,
It's the same.
you'll get used to it.
Okay. So that's interesting that it didn't really bother you, but as I was watching it, I couldn't understand what day it was, what the date, what month. It just kept saying like spring or summer, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, a
Yeah.
month, 2 months. I'm like, I don't even know when hockey season starts. So it's like,
Yeah,
what
because it's like
what
even
month are we
then,
in?
because even then, it felt like they had two back-to-back years basically where they were saying one of them won the gold medal or whatever, and I'm like, when? Because I was like, I don't even think it works like that. Because in basketball, they do like a world thing like between the what's it called, the Olympics, right? So they do that
Mhm.
every 2 years. But at the same point, hockey does that as well. Because I looked
It
it up on
was
Wikipedia. So
yeah.
I was like, why are they doing like world? Because I really don't know how it
Uh-huh.
works.
Because they were doing the prospects. I don't know what the equivalent of that is to the actual hockey season. It's
Mhm.
something, but I don't know what it is.
Okay. Oh, and then what's it called? Weirdness. They said the regular season is from October to April, and
Mhm.
then May to June is when
The
playoffs are.
playoffs are okay. The weird thing is I only know when basketball is. Like, I know the playoffs are, like, quite are they early in the year?
At least for us, I think playoffs might actually end up starting next month.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I
Cause,
guess, okay, April.
Cause I feel like it's April, May, June,
Mhm.
possibly. And then after that, that's when WNBA starts. But WNBA feels like it's literally either it starts in June or July, and then it just runs till September because the men's season starts in October. They literally only have like a 3 month span, which is crazy to me. But at the
Mm.
same point, I don't know if the WNBA will be able to play this year because they're having a
Yeah.
lockout because
They are doing the lockout?
because that's what it feels like. That's why they're doing like some other stuff right now
'Cause they're
because
doing the negotiations, I know,
yeah,
but I didn't
exactly.
and
But
I know
we don't
some
know.
players don't want a
Yeah,
lockout.
they don't want to lock out because they want to obviously play basketball and they want
Yeah.
people to take what they want serious. But at the same point, we don't know.
I love how I know more about the WNBA only because I pay attention to, Angel Reese, but, there was, like, a whole article about, like, Kelsey Plume and another player who didn't want the lockout, and it was
Exactly.
obviously and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if the WNBA is coming back, but someone was saying, oh, more weirdness answered a question about the prospect is basically the show version of the World Juniors, where children from different countries compete for like a
Oh,
children's
okay,
World
okay.
Cup of hockey.
Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. Because I'm like, how are they having that? And then the next year was
Hmm.
it was like the 2010 Winter Games. So I'm
So
like, how
they
are they doing that back to
definitely
back?
get
That's what I was trying
together
to,
more in
that's what I was trying to figure
hockey.
out.
Yeah. Hi, Chic Style Geek. Hello. That's another one of my girls. She's always commenting, and I appreciate it every single time you do. Um, I'm going back up to see what we missed. All I keep seeing is other stuff that I don't want to revisit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a little
Oh, and
scarred.
then
Anyway,
Kaiju was saying that The Walking Dead had a 60-year time jump. And it's like, they definitely had that.
I'm gonna be real with you. I watched season 1, skipped season 2, started at season 3 because I need to see Michonne.
Nah, skipping season 2 is crazy.
I
Skipping season
do
2 is
not enjoy
crazy
John
work.
Berthenol. There's only so much I can see of that man. Sorry.
Hey man, that's just,
I
let
didn't
me
miss
tell.
anything. I
Well,
watched
look,
the
let
show
me
for
tell you
Michonne.
something. I have to talk. Let me tell you something. He
Mm.
says that in every single role,
Every
by the
single
way.
episode.
No, it's
The
not
way
even
that he
episode. No, he says that in every role that he's ever been in.
the way he always does that voice. I'm like, "Okay, sir, you're a good actor,
That,
but can we calm it down?" Because he was in this one show. It's called His or Hers on Netflix. It's like a mystery show.
mhm.
Really good, by the way. But the way that he sounds exactly like his character on The Walking Dead, I said, "All right, that's enough of you."
that that's I don't. It's like for him, the way he ended up getting into acting was in like it was either high school or college. I think it might have been college. He
Mm,
accidentally walked into the class. Just yeah, no, that's what he said. He literally walked into an acting class accidentally, or he did it for a credit or whatever,
yeah.
and then he actually liked it. So it's not like he was a like a lifelong thespian almost. It was just something that
A
he was like, oh, okay,
lot
this is cool, I guess.
a lot of straight men do that because why Jack O'Connell,
Oh, take it
uh,
easy, barbecue penguin. Appreciate you being here.
I don't know what they said. I'm up here trying
No,
to
because
get back
they
to
were
some.
just saying gotta go. That's all it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. You've kept us company. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for watching. There was a question. Oh, Adrian said that I'm sad I get off at 7 tomorrow night. I'm gonna miss the stream. I really want to chat with y'all. We start at 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what time zone you're in. So just in
Yeah,
case, that's when we're gonna start tomorrow.
yeah, the only one
Um,
that might be missing out is Western because I would be around like 6. So
oh, maybe that is. I mean, we'll probably still be going. Maybe.
yeah, and then
You'll
at
be
the
able to
same
hop on
point,
live.
your VOD might stay up. I
Yeah, it's
because
definitely
you're
going to.
okay.
On
Yeah, as long
YouTube
as your
at
VOD stays
least.
up, then they'll be able to. Like,
Adrian was saying episode 3 is going to be the real test if Nico's going to be a fan of the series or not. We'll have to see how he likes episode 3. Another question that
damn.
people have for you, Nico, is what do you want to see happen in these next couple episodes, or at least episode 3 and 4?
I don't know. I don't feel like I really have that many expectations. It's just like I just want to see the more development for the characters as anything. After
Mm-hmm.
anything after that, I would rather hold expectations and be surprised because
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed the first 2 episodes that I've seen. So
Yay! I'm happy you enjoy it because I was wondering like how you would react to
yeah, no,
it,
no,
but
I'm liking it.
you're chilling. You're just when I asked you, you were just like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
it. Like you're basically doing it for me, and I thank you for that. And when I
no
asked
problem.
you, you're just like, okay. Like I tried to quantify it as much as I could. Like this is what you need to expect. Like just this, and that. Like just be prepared. You're just like, okay, cool. Like, that's fine. So it's like, okay. I mean, fine. We can do this. And you
Exactly.
recorded your reaction, no problem.
Yep. And I'll give you the USB after this.
Yes. You guys, is there any more questions? Nico, do you have any more pressing thoughts, or is that kind of how you're feeling about episode
Uh,
1 and 2?
I don't think I really have any more pressing thoughts. It's just like because I know more weirdness says the show doesn't really give you any hockey information, and it's like I was kind of like kind of looking it up because
Mhm.
even like with the what's it called, the 2014 Olympics when they were in Sochi, I was looking it up because I was like, did they even say in the episode who won? I had to look up who won
Exactly.
that year, and it's like Canada, both the men and women won the gold medal that year. But it's like I don't think that they said anything because they were more focusing on Ilya not winning.
They never address it in the show. I'm telling you that right now. That
Yeah,
was a
so
mystery.
that's why I was confused.
I don't even know if I looked it up or if someone told me immediately in the comments. I was like, is that supposed to be like a plot hole? But it's really not because the Olympics was hosted that year and I can look it up. So it was a Canadian team.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Uh,
Let me know if you have any more questions for Nico, but I think we're going to be wrapping it up. Did you have some more thoughts?
no, I don't think so.
Sheik says, no hockey romance gives you hockey info. I've read a lot of it. Interesting. So we're just all here for the romance. Even if you wanted a little bit, just a little lick of sports, I guess you're not going to get it. And
Yeah,
even as someone who's never watched hockey before, I guess they gave you enough information as we needed. Because
yeah,
that's
because
not
it's like
even,
I guess even loving basketball didn't give you too much either.
let's not
If
bring up
I
that movie.
look, loving basketball is a good movie. I don't know what we're doing.
It's so interesting how men always think that Love and Basketball is a good movie. You quite
Yeah,
enjoyed when he dunked on her, didn't you?
nah, no, not really.
That's the
No,
part that gets me like, why would you ever do that?
but it's like he dunked on her with a torn ACL. By the way, Ooh, you're still in recovery, sir. Like, why did you take the brace off? You
Doing all that.
could have tore the ACL again or whatever it was in his knee that he tore. And then he just became the loving house husband going to all their games. But it's like, you could have kind of did that before.
Just at that point, just in the relationship. You don't gotta do all that.
Hey, look, I was curious to who won Twix. Uh, I was curious. I needed to know because,
Thank you, Sheik. Love and
oh
Basketball
no, he was
is
definitely jealous. So
terrible.
he was jealous of her. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I enjoyed it as a movie.
Okay.
Was he a good example of a man in the situation? No,
Okay, good. Okay, because some people they'll
no.
be like, I want to love just like that. At least as long as we're not taking little
Hmm.
nuggets and applying it to your own life, fine. You can like a movie, you can love a movie. I don't care. But when you start applying certain movies like that, I'm looking at you a little funny. So okay.
I mean, you haven't seen me push nobody off of a bike yet to give them a scar on their face, ma'am. I'm
Mm.
not applying none of that.
Mm-mm-mm. What
What
makes
makes
up?
love nostalgia? Nostalgia.
Did you watch that when you were younger?
Yeah, it
Because
was on
I
BET.
didn't.
It was on BET at
Uh,
night. So yeah.
oh, at night. That makes sense. Because at night I was watching Nick at Night. When George Lopez is coming on, I was still up. Listen to some. Oh my god,
Oh my god,
that
bro.
was what
I
I was watching.
waking up to that theme was too loud. Waking up to.
Horrible. I also don't know how we all had the same experience of waking up to it because literally connect with anybody on social media and they'd be like, "You remember waking up to George Lopez?" And it's like, how did we all have that same experience where we fell asleep and then that came on, and then we
Cause like
all apparently watched
either
Degrassi.
yeah, because it's like at that time, either people were waking up, hearing the George Lopez theme, just waking them out their sleep, or if you was watching Cartoon Network, you would wake up out your sleep to the end of Inuyasha.
Mm.
That always made me mad, waking up to the end of it because I wanted to actually watch it.
But you were asleep.
Yes.
Lyrical Script says, "You guys are awesome.
Wait, is
Please
that
never
Sasha Banks?
change." Is it?
No,
Is it
that has to
Sasha?
be. I think that's Sasha. What's it called?
I remember waking up to Fresh Prince of Family Matters back when I was in elementary. I think I definitely woke up a lot to Fresh Prince, but the one that I remember the most
I can't see it on my
is
phone,
George Lopez.
but I think that is a Sasha Banks profile picture. Cause just
Wait,
like
I can make it
Winchester,
bigger.
it's just
Do,
like Winchester. Yeah,
can
that.
you see?
No, is that? I literally get to. I think that it should be her.
The
Yeah,
fact
yeah.
that I forgot that
That's when she had her.
I could
Yep.
click on messages. Hold on. If we're wrapping it up, there is absolutely one message I want to go back to. Maybe they'll catch it on replay. Let
Oh
me
yeah, no.
see.
As an adult, loving Love and Basketball should not hit the same for you at all. Like, but yeah, it's
This is
just
the
like
note I want to end off on.
it's been okay, brother. Because no, I was looking at people's profile pics. Because like Winchester has Sam and Dean from what's it called, Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what's it called, Kaiju. When they were here, they had what's it called, Godzilla. I was
Oh,
just
did
looking.
they?
Yeah, I would just be looking at
Oh,
people's
yeah. The
profile
funny
pictures so I
thing,
can like what's it called, remember.
Kai is always here too. I don't know if I gave them a shout out, but if I didn't,
Brandy and Mr.
shout you out
Whiskers.
right now. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, wait. Brandy and Mr. Whiskers is my show. You don't know how much I love Brandy. Even though she was so mean to Mr. Whiskers, I love the episode when the another dog came and she was basically bonding with Brandy, but then she was too stuck up for her. And Brandy was like, "You can't talk to Mr. Whiskers like that." And then she jetted off on a plane or something. That is my favorite episode. I found it a couple years ago on like the Disney YouTube channel. Now that's and what's that one show? Dave the Barbarian. If you were up for Brandy and Mr. Whiskers and Dave the Barbarian, George Lopez, you need to go to sleep. Like,
Yeah,
what were
see,
you doing up watching both of those?
those are gonna be your next what's it called, reaction videos. Is gonna be Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
Do people still care about Brandy and Mr. Whiskers?
Look,
I feel like barely anyone talks about it. That was a
yeah,
show.
I don't even really think I've seen anybody talk about Dave the Barbarian either. Or
Or the replacements. Would that come on late at night, or was that like more of like a 7 o'clock show?
I don't even remember the replace.
I don't think it was old enough to be that old, but I feel like it was. I don't know. That might not have been a late night show though. But we're getting into everything that's not Heated Rivalry. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We have almost been on here for 2 hours. A good little cute discussion. Girl, yes, I need to rewatch it. Okay, Twix, if you insist. But Brandy and Mr. Whiskers was my show. I wonder how like badly copyrighted that show is. That'd be so funny to watch on live. But or the replacements. Did that come on at night? Like late at night? Godzilla. Yes, Kai. I'm glad that you're here. I want to give you a major shout out. You literally watch all of my videos. I just want to say thank you so much. Also, are you watching Monarch? What's the rest of the show?
That.
It's called Monarch Monsters. I don't know. Season 2 is on. It's really good. I just started watching it last week. I'm kind of low-key obsessed with it, even though like a lot happens, but not much. And it's just like, I don't know. But I'm kind of obsessed with it. It's called Monarch Legacy of Monsters. So good.
Yeah. The only reason why I would watch it is for is her name Anna?
Yes.
Yep.
She was on that one show.
I'm mad she's not gonna be on Shogun season 2.
The funny thing about now we're just getting into whatever.
I'm so mad.
But Shogun, I didn't finish the finale because I found out that she dies. So I don't know what happens at the finale. But thank you all so much for watching our Heated Rivalry discussion for episode 1 and 2. We'll be back tomorrow night to discuss 3 and 4. My reactions are on Patreon right now for episode 1 and 2. I'll be uploading Nico's. Probably it's 10, maybe tonight, but definitely early tomorrow. And then we'll have our 3 and 4 reactions up on Patreon again. But if you're not going to be over there with Patreon, we're definitely going to be over here discussing. If you have any questions you want to ask him about episodes 3 and 4, go ahead and get them ready because we'll be here again at 9 p.m. I just want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you so much for being so welcoming to Nico. I really appreciate it. 9 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern. So if y'all want to come hang out with us again, we'll be talking about Heated Rivalry episodes 3 and 4. If you enjoyed the first episode of the Yearners Club, please let me know, and also what other shows you guys want to talk about. I know that this is romance theme, but if you enjoyed like just lives and stuff, I can do it more casually. Just let me know what content you want to see, or we can just hang out and chit chat, because clearly we can chit chat. Nico and I, we watch the same shows as children, so that we can definitely discuss stuff like that. But if there's anything that you want me to watch, let me know. If you would like to see Nico react more, I'm about to get him on my channel, okay? He got his head down right now. I don't know if he's listening, but I'm about to get him on my channel. So if there's anything that you want him to watch,
You
he
can look
seems
in.
game.
You can see the chat. I was
Oh,
typing.
no worries. We appreciate being here regardless. Wait, we appreciate you being here regardless.
Yeah, for a second I was like, can I not? I was like,
Can you
maybe I
not
didn't type
type?
that right. When you was reading it, I was like, maybe I didn't type
Mm-hmm.
that right.
Off Campus is coming up. I'm debating on watching that. I have a couple thoughts on that show, so I'll see if I watch it. No commitment right now. But yes, I think we're gonna sign off. Nika, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good night, and always keep Heated Rivalry in your back pocket because there's nothing wrong with being obsessed. Wait, I'm gonna read Kai's comment. Thank you. I haven't watched it. I'm not a big fan of American Godzilla movies based on, but if it's a good show, I'll check it out. It's a good show, but if you're not really into American stuff, I get it. But yes, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow for another Heated Rivalry little talking sesh. So good night, y'all.